lot of times, like, I don't know if this is true for all songwriters, but for me, I know a lot of times I don't know what a song is about until, like, my mom will listen to it. She go, oh, that's about your dad. Well, that was a pretty obvious guess because a lot of them are. But this next song, I always thought it was just sort of a, you know, like an exercise in songwriting. But I wrote it in Chicago. It was the time when we were touring behind the album Satellite Rides, and my bandmates had said that they'd be okay if I made a solo record. I had all these fucking extra songs that they didn't like, and they were like, fine, do your stupid solo record, Rhett. And I was like, let's go! And so, but at the same time, it was fucking scary, because normally when a lead singer in a band goes and makes a solo record, that's it, everything's over. So, right, so there was like a minute where everything got, I know for sure with some fans of ours were very scared, but even within our band, it was a really tense time, because it was trying to, also the record industry was collapsing at the same time, but that's neither here nor there. But it was weird. Like, I was really hoping that we could survive this thing, but I also was excited to make this record. So I sat down in this little shitty little, you know, like a fucking hot dog place before a gig that the old 97s were doing, and I wrote this song, and in my mind it was just about maybe the couple of kids underneath the tracks of the L, and they're making out, and it's all just like, it was like a romantic song with kind of some fucked up darkness like I specialize in, right? But it was years later that it occurred to me, this song might be about my love affair with my bandmates in the old 97s. Yeah. And I was really scared at that moment that it was all gonna fall apart, and I'm so fucking grateful now, 20 years later, that it did not. So. Let's say you're in Chicago and you're rattling along on the L. The one who rides beside you is a stranger to herself. Nobody knows her own heart. You might have been introduced, but it drifted apart you long. Away from where you belong. Let's say you're in Chicago and you're making out under the L. Trapped in your head, humming a tune to yourself. Well, there's a trapdoor in your heart. There's a false bottom line and it's falling apart. You're alone, away from where you belong. We were on pens and needles. You were gearing up to cry. I was the instigator. You was the reason why. Let's say you're in Chicago and you're breaking up all over the L. You were so in love, but you were only in love with yourself. Nobody knows her own heart. Things were coming together, now they're falling apart. You belong away from where